All right, we should be live. How's it going? Ground Fog was up in here early as well as Marco. How's it going, guys? LC Buell, what's happening, my man? Always good to see you. Chaos Theory, I'm out of my mind right now. Please leave a message. Right on, Chaos. How's it going, man? Welcome to the chat. Justin Ronan, welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing, man? Of course, we're rocking our Spyderco Sage 5 CF. Feeling a bit better now. Finally, getting back to it. Not quite 100% yet, but definitely getting there. So BNA, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. How goes it? Of course, we're still rocking the Spyderco. How's everybody's week been? Like I said, I'm starting to feel better. Better part of 2 weeks, I've been fighting all that was going on, you know. So tried not to get in the news too much. Getting back into the grind of the YouTube thing, at least trying to. Got some things coming up, planned for starting the first. Gotta do a bunch of fitness stuff like that. Gonna do some hiking, some biking, a little hike a bike as well if the hills get too big. But got some plans to get out and get some stuff done. Figure just take it as it goes. Might kind of turn out to be a little bit like a vlog, but should be going good. So yeah, how's everybody's weeks? How's everybody doing? Yeah, I'm not even sure. Is YouTube putting this out there? Yeah, just laid out a little bit of this and that for this evening. Maybe a little brighter, huh? I think it's this one. Yeah, that'll do it a little bit better. But yeah, so how was everybody's week? we got one view so far. Um, I guess yeah, give it a few minutes. Chat it up a bit while we're waiting for the chat to fill up. So oh, there we go. This one, yeah. Week was okay. Yeah, getting back into the grind. Nice, nice. Got a bunch of jobs finished. That's good, man. Get out to the shop at all yet, or too busy out at the regular job? Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? Is Chaos still in here? Gonna crack open a Monster Energy drink. Um, I gotta quit doing these things, man. That's it's a bit much sometimes. Crispy Critter, welcome to the chat. How you doing, man? Yeah, too busy with other stuff. Yeah, man, that's like one of life curses, man. You've either got too much, you've got enough time but not enough money, or you've got enough money and not enough time. AC, beautiful, Mount the energy drink, all that other stuff. Yeah, yeah, the energy drink is not all that great for you, but yeah, we're still putting together our kit bit by bit, piece by piece. It's getting there. Cannon Raw, how you doing, beautiful? Welcome to the chat, sunshine. Yeah, it's getting there. I've been messing around a lot with the gimbal and some of the editing, and yeah, we're gonna give it a go. I got a couple more days. I'm gonna try to rest it up a little bit, get some stuff in order, and then we're gonna start posting some of that long form video of well, I've seen videos about how to do it, but you know, we just haven't quite gotten there yet. But we're gonna slam it. But yeah, yeah. How's our little buddy Mojo doing? The tactical canine you can fit in a 1 quart canteen pouch, right? At least it'd be easy to rig something up airborne for that thing. Just a little pouch and stuff it in there. Yeah, yeah. Chaos, are you still in here? Chaos sent me a video about Lodi, California. It has got to be the most dangerous skydive center in the country. Yeah, they just wow, they got their own thing going out there in California. I didn't spend a lot of time out there skydiving. I went to I back in the day. I went to Lodi and I got scared away. Not the safest place to be, but I've been to Paris Valley, California, as well as Lake Elsinore, sky jumping. But yeah, I definitely prefer the East Coast over the West Coast thing. But yeah, Lodi, California. Back in the day, they had a thing you could buy like a book of like 50 hop and pop jumps for like $250. You get like 50 of them, $5 a piece. So it was a great way to rack up your low altitude jump numbers, your canopy piloting skills, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, one of the reasons why they're the most dangerous is the FAA actually doesn't mandate skydiving too much. They mandate the pilots, the aircraft, and the parachute riggers. Those are the only ones qualified through. The rest of it's run through a civilian organization, the USPA, United States Parachute Association, and it's kind of like it's more like guidelines. There's no federal aviation regulation stating that you have to follow them. So he's being aired out. He got a bath. Nice, nice. Yeah, I think that's a solid plan. Shower and a shave, right? Um, So yeah, so you're not required to be in the USPA to skydive. It's not like a formal requirement. It's more of a guideline. And Lodi, California decides to work outside of that. Like they work the gray area. They have instructors there that aren't rated. They feel like they're beating the system, but all they're doing is they're just in my opinion, they definitely make the sport look bad. The accidents could be a lot fewer, further in between. But yeah, so that's I guess he's not here. Is he here? Chaos Theory, where are you at, my man? Um so yeah, Crispy, how have you been, man? How's the health holding up? See you every once in a while. Um yeah, I did a little short on this Leatherman setup. I kind of run it once in a while, but not too often. It's mostly for like off the pavement stuff. I don't bother with any of the bit kits or anything. I just carry the spare diamond blade and a spare saw. I already have one mounted on the Surge, and then I've got the Plan B ferro rod just kind of sitting there, as well as an Olight i3T2 EOS. Yeah, with the lithium battery. You sound a little better. Yeah, still a little bit congested, still a little bit rough, man. That one took me for a loop. It's been a solid 2 weeks, but I'm like, I didn't do lives 2 Fridays in a row, so I'm like, there's no way I'm skipping this one. We're just gonna, get warmed up over the weekend, and I'm gonna start doing, like I said, some hiking and rucking and stuff like that on Monday. Get some bike rides. I'm still leaning into the wind, brother. Right on, man. As long as hey, leaning into the wind can be fun. I've done it for entertainment value quite a few times. Nothing like playing in a little prop wash. Um, but yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft, she's doing like 100% better. A little bit tired, but yeah, she's been back to work, all that good stuff. But yeah, she went to the doctor and got all the fancy medications, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna cost that much money. I'll just deal with it, let it run its course, and like they say, that doesn't unalive you, makes you stronger. So yeah, boost the immune system, build up some antibodies. That's how I prefer to do it anyhow. I'd rather rough it than take some over the counter stuff, or sometimes I might do a little home remedy thing, but not too often. Um, yeah. So what else? What else have we got going on? Yeah, like I said, Monday I'm gonna start doing a whole bunch of stuff. I figure it's gonna be June 1st officially Monday, so might as well at least get in the 90 days to the questionable 120 days of decent weather we have here in New Hampshire. Try to capitalize on that, get out as much as I can. I don't mind the rain as long as it's warm out. Just when it's that cold, damp northeast, man, that stuff just sucks. Yeah, especially if you're sick, it doesn't help the situation. Sounds like you need a booster of some sort. Flatten the curve, bub. Yeah, right on ground fog. I'm sure if I were living in Canada right now, they'd be like, "Oh, sounds like you need the maid system for sure." That's like, wow. Yeah, Canada is just completely like crazy now. Yeah, that maid system is the number one thing taking out people. Not car crashes, definitely not skydiving. I'm not too sure. I think there's only like one or two skydive centers in Canada. Canada's not real active on the sports skydiving racket, but shot at tequila. Yeah, Cannon, you're not kidding, right? Or one of those fireballs with the cinnamon. That'll help burn whatever's out. I've been trying to eat like spicier food just to like clear it up a little bit. Yeah, throwing hot sauce on everything, but yeah, you know you're congested when you're throwing some hot sauce on there and you're not getting anything out of it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a good shot of tequila. Oh man, who is it? Dan Aykroyd. He's got that Crystal Skull. Um, Comes in a like Crystal Skull bottle. The bottle itself is pretty cool. But that's some pretty smooth vodka. I think it's like triple distilled or something. A little bit on the pricey side, but well worth it if you don't want one of those nasty hangovers. But yeah, ground fog. How you been, man? I haven't been on the scene at all. I think in the last 2 weeks, the only thing I've done is like Sunday morning lives, and that was it for like the last 2 weeks solid. And just kind of got back to it today. Started throwing up some shorts. Like I said, trying to get in the groove of everything and get things going a lot more for the upcoming. You know, the channel's got to grow. I gotta produce more content, more quality content. If I expect the channel to grow, you know, insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So yeah, we're gonna be switching it up quite often here. If all else fails, pepper spray yourself. It's pretty tempting, man, and it doesn't help much because the cat's shedding, so that's definitely exacerbated everything I've got going on. Yeah, we've had to go around do a little extra cleaning up. Yeah, doing the linen and stuff more often, trying to I think worse than anything else is a case of the shitty kitty cooties. Justin, what's happening, man? How you doing? So Ken, we should get together and do that. I bet you that we'd get a lot of views for that. If you just blasted me with some pepper spray, get some of that industrial riot level stuff. Just blast me with that, and yeah, that'd probably be worth some views. We can test bear sprays, man. That'd be a good time. Yeah, I'll ride my bike all the way to Texas just so I can get pepper sprayed. Um, Neil McKenzie, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Longtime channel member. Good to see you. How goes it with you, Neil? Freaking misery, cat dander. It is, man. The cat's sounds like a bad day. Oh, old grouchy guy, how you doing? I don't know, man. I've been so congested. I wouldn't mind getting blasted with some pepper spray. It wouldn't phase me at all. And like, it'd probably be helpful. But yeah, Mrs. B is feeling better, fortunately. So that's good. Neil, you've been keeping busy with work and all that good stuff, I'm sure. I don't think any of us is ever going to retire. They're nailing us with like, inflation, shrinkflation, greedflation. There's really no need for the fuel prices to go up as much as they have. Um, yeah, man, fuel prices are just about $5 here in New Hampshire. How is it? How is it where you guys are at? It's like pushing like 489, 493. Um, oh yeah, Justin, the mechanics wear impact gloves. Man, these things are great. I've got like 4 or 5 pair of them, and I save the Gucci flage ones for special occasions. Um, and they're not bad. You usually get them for 20 to 25 bucks. So there you go, a little bargain deal on the gloves. I've got some of the thinner ones as well. I don't dig them quite as much. Yeah, 429 where you're at, Crispy. Yeah, 46 years since your first job. Yeah, I think I'm about there. And then if I'm missing a couple years, I think I made up for it with like hours. I put in like, double hours, like 80, 90 hour weeks, like week after week after week. Um Especially, yeah, if you're working down in Florida during spring break, like all the college kids, they all want to go sky jumping, to put it on their fake book or whatever. So yeah, we work long, like, and the schools rotate it. Like they're not all on spring break the same week. So if you're in Florida, it actually lasts like a month long. So you're putting in like 12 to 16 hour days, like, for a month straight. Yeah, old Grouchy went up to 449, dropped back down to 399. Has anybody seen the 15% ethanol? Like it was capped at like 10% ethanol. And then, yeah, as of May 1st, they can legitimately put up to 15% ethanol. I think it's got to be marked, though. We've been keeping an eye out for it here. We haven't seen the 15% here. It's still the 10%. But, yeah, it's just crazy. 40 on the clock, 60 to 80 man hours. Yeah. I'm more pissed about how much a can of Maxwell. Yeah, the coffee, everything's skyrocketing, man. Like how much of it is greedflation though, really? I've tried to look into that as much as I can. The greedflation team seems to be like, just getting out of control. Even yeah, Wally World, they've got that real time pricing now. Like all those digital, instead of having the paper tags, they have the digital so they can just switch it out. Like whenever they want to, so they can just be like, "Oh, we're gonna jack up the price today. Happy New Beer," you know. Um, yeah, that just kind of sucks. Like I don't know, I don't really shop there. We don't shop there for anything anymore. The only thing we really go to Wally World for is the slingshot clay because you can't get it anyplace else, and it costs like, man, what they're selling it for to ship it and everything is just, it's absurd. You're better off just shooting steel. Um, yeah, steel shot's the best. But where I was shooting, the guy was like, "Hey, yeah, you can just, as long as it's the biodegradable clay stuff." He didn't want steel shot all over the place for, like, I don't know, the birds to eat or something. So yeah, yeah, that's the whole yeah, that's the whole thing, Justin. It's like, yeah, it's worse for your car. They're charging you more, and then yeah, the extra 5% ethanol is just going to ruin your engines more. And did you notice how, like, all the good running cars that you can fix, they went for that, what was it, cash for clinkers or something? Um, and basically they had to like seize the engine and destroy the engine and then destroy the car. And people were turning it in. I think it was like $4,500 tax break or something. Retirement is now at the life expectancy of people. Retirements, yeah. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Well, they spent all the Social Security money. They robbed everybody, so now they're just going to make everybody work. Um, yeah, they gotta stop giving all the money away. Yeah, I was raised on 8 o'clock coffee. Um, yeah, I don't mind, coffee's coffee sometimes. I think too many people get into the super high end stuff. But yeah, God, I got heartburn just thinking about that. Yeah, now the ethanol will cause everyone to buy EcoBoost or Flex Fuel models. Yeah, yeah, they're doing it to manipulate, like, yeah, how you purchase, what you purchase. E-bikes went down in like 50% in cost. So like now e-bikes are way more affordable. They probably want people to start riding those things all the time. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stick with a regular bicycle for now. I'll get an e-bike eventually, but I'm not in a rush. I need the pedal power. The yeah, burn some calories. Yeah, there's a way you can take the ethanol out. I don't know. I probably wouldn't want to mess around with that too much. My, like, something goes wrong in Kapawi. But yeah, I've seen a couple of shorts on, not shorts, an actual video on YouTube of how to separate the ethanol from the gas. So if if especially for running your small engines, like maybe it's worth doing a few gallons for your chainsaw, your lawnmower, small engines, stuff like that. That's gonna yeah. I skilled Army coffee for 22 years. Yeah, that's I don't think anybody drank good coffee in the army. It was like whatever was available at the commissary. So yeah, like Maxwell House and Folgers and stuff like that. I think that's what I used to buy. And then yeah, like every few rooms in the barracks somebody had a coffee pot. And yeah, you'd brew up some coffee. It was whatever. Um you could do it with a straw. Yeah, the big three car guys are smothering. Nobody's buying there. Yeah, there's tons of brand new cars sitting on the lots because yeah, nobody's interested in paying six figures for a pickup truck. Yeah, there's some vehicles. Some of the more expensive ones have been sitting on the lot for like, a year, 18 months. Some as long as 2 years. Like, yeah, that's just. And then when you figure the predatory loans that they give with that, they're not giving you like 1.9% APR or something. Those loans are up there as well. You're gonna pay like, man, a full size pickup truck costs what a house used to cost now. It's crazy. Soup Rosh. New house, what's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. New house, how you been, man? I haven't seen you around much. Yeah, I'm sure. I haven't been around much, so I'm gonna take the blame for that. Like I just haven't yeah, I haven't been feeling well, so I've been keeping a low profile kind of, you know how it is. But yeah, good seeing you, new house. How's Marissa Bot doing? Um yeah, just getting caught up on the comments, guys, making sure I'm not missing anything. Buddy of mine, 1,300 a month payment on a 3/4 ton Ford truck. Crazy, man. I had back in the day, I had two mortgages that came out to about that much. Yeah, two mortgages in New Hampshire. Um, yeah, that's crazy. And they're getting the repos are through the roof. People stop paying on their credit cards. Like, yeah, America's kind of taking a step back now. Even McDonald's is taking a hit. Walmart's not selling as much anymore. A lot of people they're doing the online ordering, the curbside pickup, and that way they're ordering just what they need. They're not like walking through the store and all that impulse buying. Yeah, a lot of people are just doing a flat out order, picking it up, and not doing the impulse buying. Um, that's right. It is Friday shift. I got to work tomorrow morning. Freaking thought I was Thursday. Yeah, new cars don't last. Oh yeah, no, those new cars are falling apart, and the slightest little thing goes wrong with them, it's crazy maintenance. You get into a little fender bender with it, and they're like, oh, they got to total it. Um, yeah, yeah, the new vehicles, like I would find something like older. Now they're coming with they're gonna start coming with mandatory shutoffs, like mandatory remote shutoff. So if you didn't make your car payment or you didn't pay your parking ticket, the government or the bank can just push a button and there goes your vehicle. That's absolute insanity. T-shirt soup. Yeah, Spark Delivery for Walmart is big here in Southern Kentucky. Yeah, the it's getting big everywhere. But what a lot of people are doing is just going and like I guess you can call in your order or something, and then they'll pull your order and then they bring it out to your car for you. A lot of people are doing that. Or yeah, they're just yeah, however they're having it delivered, they're having it delivered. Yeah, but if you get into a fender bender with it, the whole entire damn car turns into a cannoli. Yeah. Yeah, they make them so that they total them a lot quicker. And then yeah, they're just maxing everybody out. they're milking everybody for every dime they can get. Like it goes in rotation. Like rent's going up, groceries are going up, vehicle prices are going up, real estate's going up. Yeah, just cost of gas, cost of living. Milk, eggs, your groceries are going up constantly. Um, yeah, a lot of new cars have subscription features. Honda has a $200 a year fee to use the garage door opener. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who was it? BMW tried doing an $18 a month fee to use the heated seats. Like that's absolute insanity. The other thing, you know what apartments are doing now? The ones that they have the digital doors, the electric doors. You get a little key fob or a card or something. There was a condominium or something was charging like $85 a month for your key. So like you're renting your key along with your apartment because it's a digital key fob. Had a 3.0 Chevy diesel, came for valve covered gasket, left with a new motor. Had 195,000 on it. Yeah, 2027 all cars will have facial. Yeah, facial recognition. Yeah, and it'll determine your mood or something. Like if you're cranky and they think you're going to be a hazardous driver or like out there road raging or something, they can just shut your car down. Or not even let you start it. Like that's um yeah, 1984. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, how that even my blood pressure's going up. Yeah, a lot of new cars. Yeah. Yeah, so the new cars thing, man, that's definitely junk. I guess a lot of them are sitting on the lot because of that. They're sitting on tons and tons of old stock because nobody's picking up the that stuff. But hey, they did it to themselves, right? Yeah, you'll own nothing and be happy. You know what? Oh, the other thing that just went up in cost again, like another $150. The PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 6 or whatever that just came out. Yeah, they added. I think it was like $100 to the standard edition. Then like they added $150 to the Pro edition. So people are boycotting PlayStation too, and you don't even own the games anymore. Like you don't get a physical copy. Most of it's just digital download, and I would retro it. I'd get like a PS4 or something and just run games on that. Like prior to all the micro purchases and stuff. I mean, they're doing it with everything. Uh, yeah, even Samsung has that a screen on their new refrigerators. So it's like so when you go to the fridge, they're going to tell you what you need, or I'm sure there'll be some commercials to watch. So yeah, I've already seen videos on how to remove GPS and Wi-Fi. Yeah, I've seen a couple as well. I guess they're putting GPS trackers. Like if you took out a loan, which most people do, especially on an expensive vehicle, they put a GPS tracker on it. So if you skip the payment, they find the vehicle right away. I guess it's being written in the contracts. Um, Yeah, can't charge monthly subscription if they have hard copy games. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, hard copy games. Same thing with the movies and stuff. The streaming's getting out of control. Everything like remember Netflix was like 4.99 a month unlimited. As much as you wanted to watch. Now it's like it's as much as $30 depending on how many devices you want to put on it. And they're showing you commercials and trying to sell you stuff nonstop. Scamazon did the same thing with their Amazon Prime. Like you used to get, you still get the movies and whatever television shows and all that, but now they're so loaded with commercials. I don't even watch it. Like yeah, the Amazon Prime will throw you like every 5 minutes they're doing like 2 2 minute commercials. You're watching, 40% of the time you're watching commercials. It's just ridiculous. Can't change monthly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen on the smart fridges they're pushing commercials and some older. Dave James is here, meow. Welcome to the chat, meow. Yeah, that cat's still going. He's actually cut me some slack the past couple weeks. I think the cat knows I haven't been feeling well, so he just kind of stays out of the way. He hasn't been harassing me at all. Normally, he comes crying at the door and, hey, I want to be your friend. And I'm like, no, you're not cool enough, cat. But yeah, lately he's just left me alone. I don't know. It's kind of boring sometimes, though. It's fun telling the cat off. Lost and Happy channel member, welcome to the chat. How goes it with you? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, streaming is as bad as old school cable for commercials. Yeah, so what's the point anymore? Like with the amount they're charging for all that stuff, just go out and buy a box set once a month and a couple random movies. You'll save yourself some money and you'll have like hard copies of everything. Oh, you're out camping, Lost and Happy. That's awesome. You doing a full on camp, RV camping, overland camping, backpack, tent camping, hammock camping. Oh yeah, Dave, you had a word with the cat. But yeah, that cat's off the chain. Just getting lazier, I think. That's how pathetic that cat is. Now it's too lazy to harass me anymore. Like I don't. It has no real purpose. We don't have any mice for it to catch. Oh, you're tenting at Echo State Park. That's sweet. It's a real sweet area up there. Remember when the old man on the mountain was still up there? Yeah, a thrift store near me has 50-cent DVDs. I've been buying them. Yeah, I would too, man. We've got a pretty good DVD collection. I've got a couple of boxes. I have the complete The Big Bang Theory. I have Game of Thrones. Yeah, we got a few others as well. We've got like all the Bourne movies. Yeah, we've got probably maybe like 150, 200 movies easy, plus a few box sets. That's what I tell Mrs. Bushcraft that if the apocalypse starts, we're gonna barbecue the cat. Maybe even smoke it, make some cat jerky. That way, there it can last a while. You don't eat the whole thing in one sitting. You want that cat to live on in your memory and in your snack pack. So yeah, we're getting. I think she's in bed. I'm not in trouble yet. But yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Yeah, so might need to get a couple more cats the way the economy's going, right? There's some running around the neighborhood. What happened to the old man? Dude, it fell down years ago. You didn't know that? It fell down like man, I don't know, like 15 years ago or something like that. It was like all the rage. I'm thinking, wow, that's cool. It's been there for like thousands of years. And then yeah, it just fell down. And man, I can't count the number of times I've seen that thing. Like yeah, going up to Colebrook and stuff, that's you're just gonna drive right through there. I forget what year it happened, but it's kind of like one of those things. Man tried to save it, but he kind of did more damage. Like they kept filling in the cracks with this epoxy stuff, but then it was still leaving cracks on either side in the thaw freeze process. Like water would get in there and freeze and expand and then thaw, and it kind of like every time they tried fixing it, it helped push it off a little bit more. So had they just left it alone from the get go, it'd probably still be there. Cannon, he died a few years ago, left a wife and two boulders. Yeah. They've got something lined up now, like if you can like that little pull off parking, observation part on the right side of the road if you're going up that way. They've got something, it's like multiple little steel parts, and if you line them up just right, it lines it up on the cliff where the old man of the mountain was. Um, yeah, that's up there as well. But yeah, that thing fell off like 15 years ago, man. And I was like, there goes the chances of ever climbing it. So has anybody got anything planned for this weekend? Any biking, cycling? We know Lost and Happy's out camping. Anybody got any plans to get out and do anything? Where it's mostly rain here. It's like in New Hampshire all weekend again. You're shitting me. Oh, Cannon, the more you know, buddy. Hang out. We'll try to learn you something every day. Yeah, right on. Lost and happy on vacation. Enjoy. I'd be lost and happy on vacation as well. Um, yeah, Cannon, you could Google that, man. So yeah, so starting next week we'll have more lives. I'm gonna get back to um, like I was doing before I was sick and everything. I was doing a lot more lives during the week. But yeah, we're gonna try to slip in some long form and some daily things. Yeah, I gotta do the fitness thing, man. I've been kind of slacking, wearing sweatpants for too long, if you know what I mean. Um, yeah, so yeah, I'm going to the thrift store near me, full of armory surplus, looking for some tops and bottoms for friends. I got laid in that parking lot. Oh, Canon memories, right? That's yeah. I would expect nothing less from you. That is priceless. So for everything else, there's Mastercard. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing some outdoor like gear videos, like some different kit videos. No, there's a lot of people that do them. I'm gonna do mine a little bit differently. It's just a little different, I guess. That's the whole thing, trying to be different than everybody else on YouTube. I think everything's been done, or pretty close to it, within reason, within staying within the legal rights of the law and stuff, without becoming a criminal. But there's actually a bunch of people out there, they don't mind getting a trespassing charge, or they don't mind getting fined for building something in the woods they're not supposed. I don't know. That's just not me. I know, who is it, that dude? Will Survives. He got like thousands of dollars of fines for building on public land. Like he was building little I don't know, like bushcraft forts or something, like the dugout style something or another. And yeah, he had to go repair the land and pay like a whole bunch of fines. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be paying big fines. Yeah, was it weird with the old man wife? Yeah, that's what I would think. I think that would be weird. Um, yeah, chaos. They still got that deal going, huh? Yeah, the thing, I don't think it'd be as much of a deal if we shipped anything. Like shipping's so expensive now. Um, I don't know. I think there's like a surplus store over in Epsom. I got to get out there and check. Um, yeah, they could have some deals on some gear. That would be really sweet. Um, so yeah, kind of short chat. We got I don't know. It's saying there's 7 people in here. How many people are you guys seeing? Um, that's about it. Yeah, I think once we start getting busier too, we'll have a lot more to post about. We'll have some, at minimum, some day trips. Like I said, we're gonna do some hiking and some biking, and if the hills get to be too much, we'll do the hike a bike. I'm just gonna roll the dice with the bike I got now. Deneen, welcome to the chat. How you doing, sunshine? How are things up your way? Always a pleasure to see you. Of course, we're drinking the Monster Energy. I don't know what everybody else is drinking, but yeah, good stuff, man. Yeah, Deneen, I'm doing better. Finally starting to feel healthier. Yeah, I had the bronchitis and stuff going, and some sinus issues. Still got some sinus issues going on. I think it's mostly the cat, to be honest. Um, yeah, it's that time of year, the cat dander, the cat fur. Yeah, we've been cleaning it up like every day. So, yeah, and of course we got more of that like chilly, rainy weather. I think it's like 50 degrees or something right now. It's 55 degrees and raining, and it's supposed to rain straight through until Monday. Yeah, I am feeling better. You should have heard me like last week and the week before. Yeah, I've been under the weather for like a solid 2 weeks. It's kind of it's taken a lot out of my week. So, but yeah, thank you, Deneen. Yeah, seeing 11 on your end. Yeah, YouTube's weird like that. They kind of, I don't know. I think they want to punish me or something. But yeah, I've been posting much, so I can't expect too much either. So the desert is broken, only 86. Everything's broken, Neil. Like yeah, we're I guess this is supposed to be what a super El Nino. It's one of the two, man, and it's a super version of that, whichever one it is. Um, God four, yeah, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah, everything's been broke. Yeah, and what's with stuff? A lot of things going kapow lately. A lot of chemical facilities, different things like that. Just kapow. Z Ricochets sent chili for 6 joules. Thanks for the chili. How you doing, Ricochets? Good, good, good to see you. So yeah, Monday, I'm gonna bust out the scale again and be like, all right, where can I go from here? Yeah, I gotta bust out the scale. Get just I'll get an official starting number and everything. Then we're gonna kind of smash it. I don't know. Yeah, thank God it's Friday. No kidding, right? It's yeah, man. Fridays are always a pleasant. Yeah, I don't know. It used to be for me. It was like Sunday nights. Cause that was kind of like my weekend if I had any. It was like Sunday night and a Monday. If I could get any time off or, get a late start or something, it was Monday. So yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were like completely out of the question. I always worked. Even if it's raining, we end up, having to sit around and just talk to everybody and do all that stuff. Yeah, Romans, I wish. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, even in the '90s, I didn't watch too much television. I was always doing something. In fact, yeah, I've tried to look up some of the do like those videos will pop up like do you remember the '80s or I'll watch some of it. Some of it I know, and some of it's like I never saw that. I didn't even know that was a thing. Especially yeah, when it comes to like the pop culture kind of television and stuff, Hollyweird. Ramen, yes, but the shipping will be yeah, right. Yeah, I've got a bit invested into this kit. Still going. It's going to be. I'm not looking at the numbers anymore. It kind of gets to be a little overwhelming. I'm not the only person who's a little more ambitious than the checking account is. But yeah, we did put some money into the channel on the reverse end of it. I finally did get some microphones. I got a gimbal, the DJI Osmo 8 gimbal, and the mini microphones. So we solved that. That was a major problem, a major setback. Like I'd try to do videos, but the second you get 3 feet away from the phone, then the audio just goes to crap. Dad, you missed my birthday. Yeah, no. Roman, they don't make those anymore. Yeah, pennies, right? And didn't a bunch of people hoard up the pennies? Um, like yeah, because a penny's actually worth more than a penny. They're worth a few cents. Like prior to a certain year, the copper or whatever. I don't know. I never saved change too long because it just got too heavy. I traveled way too much to be doing something like that. None of us have been blackout drunk enough to screw your mom super good. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have a hard time proving that one. So what else have we got going on? Ba-dum-ba. Yeah, I was wondering. That's 81 was last year. Mixed in 82. Yeah, I have no clue what that's. Take all the change, put in the sockets in it. Yeah, yeah, or yeah, pool ball or something. Bar of soap, old school bar of soap. Little GI party. I don't think they do that anymore. Like they have what is it? What are those stress cards or something? Like if they're too stressed out, they put it in their pocket. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think the Marine Corps had it. I know the Army had it. One of my buddies was telling me about it. He goes, "It's absolutely insane." Yeah, or if you don't want to have bruises on orange, works good. Zinc and 82 and some full copper. Yeah, there you have it. That's what it was. Carry the one divided by two. I'm sure we'd figure it out. I'm just making sure I'm caught up on the comments, guys. Um, yeah, what could possibly go wrong, right? Yeah, Chaos. I used to use a bandana and a lock. Yeah, a lot of people did that. The bandana and a padlock or something. Now I'm more about picking padlocks, man. That's a good time. Yeah, we got to get Newhouse doing some more lives. He hasn't done it in a few weeks, I think, or did I miss him? Cannon or Chaos, you guys usually swing in there. A banana in a sock, you're playing a different or just a good monkey's fist. Make one with a decent sized ball bearing. And yeah, that would be good enough. I kind of want to yeah, I wouldn't mind making one out of like 275 paracord instead of 550. See how that worked out. Yeah, now a glass doorknob and a sock, we call that a devastator. Oh man, I haven't seen a glass doorknob in forever. I was like, what? Yeah, they do. They did make that out of yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen one of those in quite a while though. Yeah, so I got up like two shorts today. I did two shorts today, hoping we're gonna sneak back into the algorithm. Kind of get everything pre-gaming it for Monday is what I'm trying to do. Newhouse has his new job, that's why. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he's working a lot of hours too. Yeah, I'm hoping to find a couple of spots where I can do lives from the outdoors. Like where we've got good reception, but the battery doesn't last long at all. Like maybe like an hour, hour and a half if I do them outdoors. And it kind of cooks the phone. The phone gets crazy hot, I've noticed. Yeah, I did some last year, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I do have to start doing long form. So maybe I'll start doing some long form, like kind of like camping in a vlog form or something. Yeah, I'm gonna mess around with it. I'm sure it'll take more than a few videos to figure out what's gonna work, um, and what isn't gonna work. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I guess depends. I don't know. I like working. There's a certain amount of reward in putting in an honest day. Uh, yeah, I mean sometimes you hate it when you're doing it, but then when you're not doing it, you're like, I'd rather be doing that. At least I'm doing something. Um, I just don't want to do like, I don't know. I just want to do something that kind of makes a difference, you know? I think I liked and cut. Yeah, I think you did chaos. Yeah, guys, Cannon was stopped in. Yeah, Cannon's working as well. Um, yeah, what was it? A couple weeks ago, like yeah, right before I got sick, I was messing around with some of the settings and everything. I was doing some research on some of the settings. And what's the what's the Hey T-shirt? Man, a few of you guys have done that. Yeah, BNA. What's the deal with that? Um, is that like some new 6-7 thing? Hey T-shirt. I think we should boycott $30 T-shirts. I've seen a whole bunch of T-shirts in the $30 to $35 range. I'm like, come on! Just yesterday they were like 15 to $20. Now they're like, 35 dollars for a damn T-shirt. Unlock me. I still can't comment on your shorts. No, you did. You did today, Cannon. Yeah, you commented twice on my shorts. I commented back. B&A, what's that? What kind of trouble are you stirring this weekend, B&A? But yeah, man, I spent some time cleaning up the old bike. I'm like gonna have to ride the old bike. No more waiting on a new bike. Cracked frame, no big deal. I got that. We'll put some duct tape on it, and out of sight, out of mind. That's gonna work out just fine for me. I'm okay with it. I probably just won't, I won't be launching it off of anything. Got to be somewhat conservative, but yeah, I'm gonna take the old bike out. I've been trying to tune it up, clean it up a little bit. And wow, I've been so out of the loop. I don't even have a chain cleaner anymore. I'm like, how did this happen? Um, okay, because it didn't say that. Did it was oh yeah, they definitely went through Canon. Yeah, I responded to both of them. In fact, yeah, because your first one was like, is this thing even working? The Hey T-shirt is because YouTube translates my channel name. Oh, YouTube translates your channel name. I still won't pay more than $10 for a T-shirt. Yeah, I think you can still get like a pack of three Hanes T-shirts for like $10 or something, can't you? Like, yeah, I think 35 dollars. Because yeah, I was looking into some of that stuff. Yeah, they'll like print off a shirt, if somebody wants to get one. But they're all like, yeah, they're like anything decent's like 35 dollars, and I'm like, that's not even trendy. That's just kind of like, bare minimum. I think it's not that great of a shirt, really. I don't think there's too many T-shirts that are really worth 35 dollars, but I don't know. I had like free T-shirts for so long. I had all my staff shirts, and then every event that I went to, like, I would get a shirt, man. I had like tons of like, and companies send you free shirts. Yeah, man, I don't think I paid for a shirt in years. I think I boycotted like buying T-shirts. Yeah, I had plenty. I think I still got a bunch of free ones kicking around. No triple flips off a 40-foot drop. No, not this go around, Neil. Um, I don't think New Hampshire has any real good mountain biking like that. I could be wrong. I know there's some downhill stuff. I haven't hit it up much. Most of the downhill stuff, like yeah, where you're gonna hit stuff like that, it's out in the Midwest, and yeah, um, yeah, like Nevada, Boulder City, Nevada has bootleg canyon, and that's like world class mountain biking, like some of the best. Who is paying? That's the whole thing, Cannon. Yeah, $35 for a T-shirt. Who's really? People are paying it though. I don't know. Yeah, New Hampshire used to have some good single track, but a lot of it got shut down. Yeah. Um. Yeah, it's like the snowboarding versus skiing. I think only worse. Like, yeah, mountain bikers and hikers go at two different rates. So if they kept it a hiking trail, the mountain bikers got kicked off, and there's a lot of trails you can't take mountain bikes on now. But there's some trails that are just for mountain biking, but they tend to carry with them like some kind of goofy pass, you know. Like I gotta spend $55 to go ride my bike in the woods for the day. Uh, yeah, it's tough to find trails. Canon, a lot of YouTubers sell. Yeah, yeah, I heard about their skinwalkers are real, and be careful in the woods. Is at midnight. That's where the skin markers come out. I don't know, man. I've never run into anything like that. I've spent more than my fair share of nights out in the woods, like in the Appalachian Mountains up and down the eastern seaboard. Yeah, I've never seen any skinwalkers. I've never seen any Sasquatches, no Yetis. Um, yeah, none of them. I think it's scary story time somewhere, isn't it? Like those are just like stories you tell around the bonfire to scare kids. Chaos are just freaking, yeah. Once this person was hiking on an email forest, then he almost feels dark out and his dog was barking at something when he heard the dog got hurt. So yeah, yeah, giggity, giggity. Yeah, I'd love to see some actual proof of that. That just sounds like another story that somebody made up. And oh no, it's so scary. Let's make another s'mores. Those are not skinwalkers. They're crackheads. Yeah, yeah. There's a difference between skinwalkers and meth heads, man. What could possibly go wrong? And we're back to zero. No, four. Four people watching now. um, yeah. What else are we doing? Might as well take this out, huh? Cannon, you carry a Leatherman? I know Chaos does. Chaos has a classic one. Vintage, right? Vintage. Vintage is a new classic word. I'll agree to that one. It's just I'm not agreeing on any of those crazy pronouns or anything. What was it? Up until 2013. I think that's what it was. Yeah, 2013. If you had gender dysmorphia, it was a mental health issue. Somehow they like celebrated and made it extra special. But I found photos of it. Search up on photos on Google. Yeah, there's this thing called AI that makes photos like that all the time, and Photoshop and all that. Yeah, I don't like. I know there's like legit crazy people that go on these trails and stuff. They found them on the AT. But as far as like supernatural oogity boogity stuff, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pass and stick here in reality. Yeah, there's like something that's never been proven. I'm just not gonna play along with it. I'm also YouTube, you guys. He's a small prayer, and let's try his best. So guys, just show up to him. He's awesome. He talks about a lot of nice, and I like these nights. I'm just a kid, and these knives are awesome. If you're on the Mass Pike, these aren't skinwalkers in the woods at the rest stops either. No, what do they? What do they call them? Lot lizards, right? Yeah, they're yeah, they're not skinwalkers. They're lot lizards. Cannon always does a great job educating us. Yeah, knives are awesome, aren't they? Knives are big fun. You can have a lot of fun with knives. Just make sure you keep it fun. I think that's the most important thing. I mean, be safe when you're using them, but have fun with whatever your knife hobby happens to be. Whether you're, like a Benchmade fanboy and you've got to collect them all like Pokemon cards, or like me, I like the Phobos knives. I dig them. I get those. Yeah, whatever your hobby is, just make sure you have fun. Boondock, New Hampshire, what's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you, my man. How are you holding up in this weather? It might be a little different where you're at, but yeah, we've been getting the rain nonstop all day here down in central New Hampshire. Here, yeah, lots and lots of rain. Tom Kaleskin, yeah, I'm doing better now, Boondock. Yeah, man, I've mentioned it a few times, but yeah, I was so under the weather. I'm still a little bit under the weather, but man, I'm doing substantially better. I'm gonna get a couple more days of rest, a couple more days of doing some prep work, and yeah, we're gonna start like yeah, triple smashing it coming Monday or something. I don't know. We're gonna be super active with the community, with the live chat. So I'm gonna try to do better at posting some shorts. I just gotta find some worthwhile. I like to do worthwhile stuff. I try to. And then we're gonna try to get out some of those that long form content I keep hearing about everybody talking about on YouTube. Um, Cannon, yeah, you haven't had any crayons in a while, man. How you doing? I still got your crayons, brother. Like we got three shades of red here. Mrs. V hooked you up. We're going to in fact, yeah, Cannon, I'm hoping to get to the post office sooner than later, man. I got a little something to send you, buddy. Just make sure you got a penicillin shot with it. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, Berlin's man. We were just talking about the old man of the mountain a little while ago. Um, yeah, single digit ASFAB score guy. He didn't know the old man of the mountain fell down. He's like, really? Um, or at least they're DeWalt crayons. Yeah, we got to get him some more DeWalt crayons, dude. That was absolutely priceless. I didn't even know DeWalt makes crayons, but why shouldn't they? Yeah, who's it? Milwaukee makes markers. I've got a couple of Milwaukee markers somewhere. I don't know where. I legitimately do. Yeah, I've got Milwaukee markers, so yeah, might as well have DeWalt crayons. Maybe we can get Makita to make some colored pencils for those that can't make up their mind. Um, yeah, no, I'm not pulling all the knives that I have out. I've got the one out here, the Phobos knives Tier 1 BC. And yeah, usually I pull out a lot more knives, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to. We're celebrating diversity here tonight. This is a DEI bushcraft table. It's not all about the knives. We got to have the multi tools, the saws, the ferro rods, some cordage, a chest pack, and don't forget gloves. To keep your hands soft because that's important. Yeah, small injuries to your hands that can suck. So yeah, wear gloves if you can, and keep some super glue around if you'd rather not have gloves. I'm editing a video I filmed on bear spray today and reposted better footage. Yeah, Boondock, we were talking about yeah, I've been congested for a while eating spicy food and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna meet up with Cannon. He's gonna test bear spray on me, help me clear up my sinuses here. Um, that's awesome, man. Yeah, the Bears, man. You notice there's a lot of Bears attack this year. Like a lot of it's West Coast, some of it's been East Coast. The black bears, the brown bears, bears are getting ornery, man. I don't know. There's something going on in the bear community where they're like attacking a larger number of people than normal. Yeah, there they are. Perfect time. Single digit ass fab, man. Oh yeah. There's yeah, there's no holding back here. It comes out, man, like it's like oral diarrhea, like I just say stuff and it's not always on purpose. It just happens that way. Yeah, it could be the yeah, the nose candy bears. Maybe there's some more of those running around. But no, it's weird. They've been attacking a lot of people. There's been a few fatalities. There's been some injuries. There was one like two boys got attacked. I think it was a brown bear. I forget what state it was in out west. I think it was like northwest or so. Um, yeah, I also never get a dirt bike go, so I wish I could a four wheeler. Yeah, funny. She always gets bears every. She said a bear was like it keeps like going. Yeah, we're making sense of that. Oh, Boondock saw two moose yesterday. Yeah, there's man. If you go just north of Berlin, man, I think you got to stay. No, it's not on Route 16. It's the other side of the river. I forget what route it is, but not the side that Route 16 is on. The other side of the river. You go up that a couple miles. Um, oh man, I could show it to you on a map. But yeah, you can. There's like moose there all the time. They like come out for the tourists or something. It's just north of Berlin a bit. Um, yeah, and I've got a moose call, but it's sketchy. Like it's easy to make. Use like a number 10 coffee can and some small braided cord. You got to wet the cord, make a hole. It's yeah, it's a little. It's simple to do. It costs almost nothing. But man, it works. But just be careful because it works a little too well. There's I think it works like a best around. I'm pretty sure it's a mating call. It works best around like mating season or whatever it does. It attracts the bull moose, and you can hear them like plowing through the woods trying to get to it. It's pretty sketchy, but it's a good time if you don't just like kind of like don't try to pet the moose. In Mara, there's lots of bears. Be glad you're not in Seattle. They have drop bears that just fall out of the trees. Yeah, Florida, we only got the iguanas down south. Yeah, when it gets cold there, the iguanas start falling out of the trees. She said there's brown bears, black bears, but she doesn't have no beehives. Also happened during Christmas. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Go tell these kids to stop wearing blueberry scented body spray. Yeah, they got to be doing something, man. Seagull guy, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? How's your evening going? Huh. Yeah, there's something going on. Yeah, the bears are just on it. I don't know. Maybe they're sick of the ticks. Anybody see any new information on the ticks, man? There's been a lot more coming out about that with the Bill Gates Foundation and the alpha gal syndrome and certain things that certain people said. Yeah, it's starting to seem more like it's more like a whoopsie. How'd that get out of the lab kind of thing again? Um, yeah. The tick population is booming. People, and anybody find any cardboard boxes full of ticks? I'm so happy I don't have to deal with that anymore, bear or moose. I just got to deal with our hogs. Yeah, but those wild hogs, man, they'll mess with you too. They'll mess your whole day up. They got those tusks. They'll screw you up. Yeah, almost 450,000 cases of alpha gal now, and like a few years ago, it was virtually unheard of. What, like 5 6 years ago, it was virtually unheard of. And now all of a sudden, they don't want you to eat the red meat, because eat the bugs instead. And now all of a sudden, there's a tick making it so that you can't eat red meat, but you can eat that lab grown stuff. I guess it's a different composition than real meat, which is why I don't want to eat it. But if you got the alpha gal, apparently you can get away with eating the lab grown stuff. And yeah, The more you look into it, the more like, how is Bill Gates not like in jail at minimum, or prosecuted to the furthest extent of the law? I'm so happy. Yeah, yeah, Ken. If I was in your state, I'd have a long lake in my backyard. Boondock, it's not a bad idea to get a guinea hen. Yeah, ticks are fucking insane. Some of the boys went hiking the other day, and one of the guys picked 50 of them off himself. Yeah, yeah, and that's what people are saying. They're like swarming towards people. They're almost chasing them down. And then there's some form of static discharge where they can like, they're not actually jumping. They're using like static discharge, and that's how they like, launch themselves from a leaf on you. But yeah, there's people that are, they're picking off like, 50 or 100 ticks off of them. Like that's absolute insanity. And they're all like small juvenile ones. So the ones that I've seen, they're not like full grown. Yeah, there's yeah, people are talking about like their pets are getting bit a lot. Oh, but who is it? I think Pfizer. Was it? Yeah, Pfizer just came out with a vaccine for Lyme disease. Go figure, huh? So they like tons of people get infected with Lyme disease, and of course, Big Pharma's going to get your money for that. Really, that's something I think the government should pay for. Like if you follow the history of Lyme disease, like the whole Plum Island thing, and then Lyme, Connecticut, is where they first found it. It straight up came out of a lab. Um, so yeah, why are people that's all? They're just getting every dime they can out of us. Yeah, time for everybody to get a herd of guinea hens. Yeah, yeah, I heard chickens eat them a lot too. Ticks and stuff. Chickens, anteaters or something is another one. Um, yeah, who else is yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but definitely chickens and guinea hens. Javelina here in the desert. Yeah, Neil, you guys probably don't have a tick problem there, do you? Like I don't think ticks are really a desert thing. I think they're more like a woodland grasslands type of critter. But I mean, yeah, you guys got plenty of like rattlesnakes and scorpions and other things, black widows that want to bite you. Um, yeah, yeah, time for everybody to get yeah. Yeah, that's a nice part about being in the desert. Yeah, there's not like a really mosquito problem or stuff. Like every place has its own set of like stuff. I mean, Florida might have more than some of the others, but I mean, Florida's even got stuff imported there that wants like anacondas and what isn't there like different like pythons and boas and yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in Florida. There's even like monkeys in parts of Florida now. Like they escaped at some I forget like a couple different points or something, but there's monkeys in Florida. Um, Kapow, yeah. Yeah, Boondock, we gotta get back together again and talk about some stuff now that I'm feeling better. Um, yeah, our big thing right now, like gas prices are just insane. So we gotta kind of work around that a little bit. And yeah, mosquitoes here are tiny. I'm still allergic to them. I think the worst are man down in Florida. They got those no see-ums. Like you can't see them. They bite you like a mosquito, and they like you can see them at like the right angle in the light. You'll see a swarm of them. They cruise around like it's pathetic. It's like a little mosquito gang, micro gang or something. And yeah, the no-see-ums will come out of nowhere and get you. Those man, that's a horrible time. And it's just like it's just It's not a real painful bite. It's just a sharp, annoying. And then you're getting bit like 10, 15, 20 times, all, all at the same time. Yeah, gas has been constituent uh, a lot these last few weekends. Yeah. Yeah, no CMs there too. I didn't run into anywhere I was at. Um, but I mean, there's plenty of other stuff out there. Maybe I got lucky. Yeah, gas is getting insane, man. And there's really no reason for it. We don't yeah, there's all kinds of like shortages going on, but the gas problem really shouldn't be as big of a problem as it made it. Um yeah, I ran into a cloud of mayflies the other day and almost crashed my bike. Oh, Mark Carter up north, what's happening, man? Good to see you. How are things going in Minnesota? Do I want to ask her? Yeah, it's going about that good, right? Cost me almost $20 to fill my bike the other day. Yeah, it's in the oh, what's the national average, right? I think it's somewhere around 432 or something is the national average. Or like 442 maybe or something. But yeah, it's yeah, has a little over. Yeah, so you yeah, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure you're not getting good gas mileage either, B&A. You probably a little heavy on the throttle. But yeah, Mark Carter, it's been a minute. How you doing? Welcome to the chat, man. Cheers to you. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, this is the first week I've been swatting mosquitoes, but enough no-see-ums that I broke out a head net. Yeah, yeah, I'm man, that's something I got to invest in as a head net, like a proper head net and a boonie hat. Yeah, that'd be sweet. 10 mosquito bites and I swell up all over. Yeah, gets around 40 to 50 miles per gallon depending on how you ride it. Yeah, so sometimes 35. Yeah, just sitting up will change your gas mileage. Um, Been doing fun under the sun only for the last month. Yeah, we haven't got to the sunny part. All we've just had like man, maybe a couple of days almost sunny or sunny for a little while, but it's man, it's been raining here for like 2 months now, except for that one time it snowed. Yeah, it just started snowing in the middle of the day. I want to say that was like last month, um, or like towards the end of April. It started like it was snowing. Um, yeah, we've had some of the nights here got down into the 20s, even in May. But yeah, what else have we got? Man, that the buddy T-shirt thing is that's I got it. I got it. Yeah. So what else? Man, that's about it. I think we're gonna kind of wing it for the month. I mean, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can in June. Get out, get at least like I said, get some hiking, get some rucking in, get some biking in. Um, yeah, hopefully maybe like some stealth camper overnights, some stuff like that. I'll do with what I have. I probably tomorrow I'm gonna go out. I gotta pick up a sprayer so I can treat everything with the permethrin because yeah, I'm gonna continue eating red meat. I'm gonna do my best to keep the ticks away, keep the ticks at bay, and go from there. But yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff planned. I don't know, see how many miles I can knock out in a month between hiking and biking. Hopefully, we can get some stuff done. Yeah, head and that is not effective when you keep lifting it up to take a drag up. Yeah. Yeah, bikes are awesome, man. Yeah, two wheels, motorized, unmotorized, gas, electric, pedal power. Man, yeah, life is just more fun on two wheels. Little bit more for you're like more in, I don't know, it's like more immersive on two wheels, you know, you're paying more attention, there's a little bit more you can do. Yeah, life is better on two wheels. Pack so much gear on the sides because of fire in the woods. Yeah, Chaos, how's the e-bike running, man? I've been looking into some more of the e-bikes, but yeah, that's a ways down the road. I'm gonna get a standard bike before I get an e-bike. I think it's almost a must. Yeah, it is. And another perk is you don't get harassed as much. Like once you're out in the middle of somewhere, if you're on a pedal bike, like you take a trail or something, like usually whatever fishing game or whatever local forestry peoples or something, it's usually the parked vehicle that sends them in looking for the people. So with no vehicle in the at the trailhead or the parking lot, wherever, yeah, they just don't tend to bother you as often. They just assume nobody's there as long as you're not, you know, having some giant bonfire or something. Yeah, we keep having forest fires. So bug out bag was made yesterday. Yeah, yeah. There's been a lot of forest fires, a lot of chemical plants going up. E-vehicles. Yeah, there's been, man. It's got to be planned or something. I don't know how much you guys pay attention, but there's been a lot of like manufacturing facilities and chemical plants. Like it was the same thing going on a couple years ago, where it seemed like you know every day something else was you know catching on fire or going kaboom. Um, yeah, yeah. There's where else has been there? Yeah, there's well, isn't that aquifer that's out in the Midwest? That's drying up, so there's a lot more dry land out there, a lot more catching fire. Or the you know the politicians are doing it because they wanna build some new luxury houses or something, some condominiums. Yeah, that was the first mod I did on my e-bike was put saddlebags on it. Yeah, yeah, saddlebags are almost a must. Panniers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, if you're gonna tote some stuff around, it's so much easier than putting on a backpack. Like, yeah, if you're trying to ride with a heavy backpack on, that just sucks. Like panniers are so much better. Panniers in a trunk or something depends. Yeah, you can haul a lot on a bike and still cover a lot of ground. Yeah, I love my eBay. I've been riding it almost every day, basically once a week. I have to charge it. Yeah, yeah. What's the actual mileage range on that though? Um, yeah, I've still been looking at the Rambo e-bike, the Dominator. Yeah, that's pretty sweet ride. Probably my favorite one that I've seen out of all the e-bikes, and they have it multicam if I'm still lucky enough at that point. But yeah, definitely a sweet setup there. The Rainbow Dominator. What could possibly go wrong? I got to get some scales too, man. I still want to get some matching scales for this set here. Just got to decide exactly what. Yeah, probably like OD black or something. Along with the Kydex. Yeah, that's still on my list of stuff I want to do for this year. I don't know, it's getting tight, man. The year's flying by, and yeah, greedflation's taking all the money. So, but yeah, we're doing good. I mean, yeah, everybody saw it. Like I busted that out, the gimbal that we got, and the microphones. So yeah, major piece of kit there. That we'll be able to take it to the next level. I was really excited about that too. I'm like super motivated to get to use that stuff. But yeah, then I got sick and it was just like, yeah, okay. I'm not hiking 5 miles as sick as I was. I love my eBay. I've been right. Yeah. If I just cruise in eco mode and I get about, yeah, 60, yeah, that's pretty good. I've seen a lot of people too. I've looked into the charging it with a solar, and yeah, you gotta. There's some other bits and pieces you gotta put in the middle. You just can't connect it to a solar panel. Um, but yeah, interesting stuff. I kind of wonder how far you could actually get. I'd like to try to do like a solar powered e-bike ride, even if I ride like 100 miles a day and I have to charge a battery. Um, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that would work out. Like if you were gonna do like a self-supported Eastern Seaboard ride on an e-bike. Yeah, how would it be like getting to charge the battery and stuff? You'd have to do some rigging up and um, yeah, I think you should check out the Bunel mountain bike e-bike. Yeah, the thing is, I want it to still. It's got to still be like a bike. A lot of places are cracking down on that. Because they're doing the comparison, like you have a standard gas car, and then you have an EV, an e-car, and you still need the registration and license and everything for that. Um, so they're gonna start doing the same thing with e-bikes. Like if it's more of a motor, like an electric motorcycle, than it is like a ride assist. They're like clamping down on that. They're kind of like like if you got like a 49cc moped or a scooter, you don't need a license for it. I think they're trying to figure out like the power settings or whatever, like what that would be in e-bike terms. Yeah, I think yeah, broke my damn chainsaw blade. So why not just make it a portable pocket saw? It works great. Just as always, be careful. Yeah, Mark, they do, man. There's a company that makes those. And they make them for arborists. It's actually got loops on the end. You could like throw it up over a high branch instead of like if the pole saw is not quite long enough. This would be the next thing. Like you can throw it like a throw ball over the limb, pull it over, and then two people, you know, work the saw. It's basically yeah, it's a chainsaw blade with some handles at the end. Just yeah, those things are pretty cool. I'd like to give one an honest shot. Like I never had good luck. You know those wire saws that came in the you buy a wire survival saw. I even tried doing it like you bend a branch and um, you put like you build it like a bow saw and it's not supposed to bend as much and yeah, man, I never had luck with those. I think that would be. I think it's like a Nordic chainsaw or something is the company making the like a quality version of that. I'd have to look it up again, but yeah, those are cool. I'd definitely um, see how well it works out in like field situations and stuff. Yeah, I have a couple of hand chainsaws in my. Yeah, exactly, Neil. Yeah, because then you don't have to worry about running out of bar oil and gas and mix. Um, I would even consider like an electric chainsaw, like with like if you had a good solar setup, I would consider an electric chainsaw, and then you just got to worry about the bar oil. Um, but yeah, definitely something something that's it's an expensive little hobby or tryout type thing, like some I've looked at some of the electric chainsaws. They're more than a few $100s. And then you've already got to have a solar generator, some few 100 watts of solar panels, especially if you're trying to run an e-bike and all the other electronic stuff. Like yeah, man, batteries is a big thing nowadays. Batteries, keeping them charged. Yeah, fairly okay wires are okay, but this is just one chip flying broke or not. I'm happy it worked out for me. Yeah, that's the end thing, as long as it works out for you. Like not everything, like not every technique, not every method is absolute. Yeah, I prefer folding saws. Some people want bow saws, other people want fixed blade saws. Yeah, it goes on and on. Some people just nothing but the biggest chainsaw you can get, right? But yeah, as long as you're happy with your knife or your saw or your hatchet, whatever. Yeah, whatever fits your budget, your needs, your requirements. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong, right? So yeah, I think has everybody else got a lot of weather this weekend? I'm gonna probably try to get in a few more lives this weekend. I'll definitely be doing the Sunday morning live. That's 100% sure at 7 a.m. 0700 hours Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, can it just gnaws through it like a damn beaver? That's Yeah, I'll just stick with my silky saw. Yeah. I think that's my number one choice still is a silky saw. Um and yeah, depending on what I'm doing, where I'm going, if I'm going out to do some like trail maintenance, I'm gonna carry some more heavier, robust like the big boy 330 or I mean the 360 or like the Zubot 330 or something fixed blade. But if it's just like camping, I might be doing up some firewood. The Gomboy 240 is best, or like even a small emergency shelter. Like you're not going to use stuff much bigger than like 3.5 inches for, an emergency lean-to or something. So, yeah, the 240 is plenty enough to do like basic processing firewood and trimming up stuff for a shelter. I can't afford a Filky, so I got a Fiskar. Yeah, they've gone up in price so much, man. They've in the past like 2 years or so, I'd say they've gone up at least 50%. Like, yeah, you used to get the big boys for like $60 to $65. Now they're like $9,500. They just keep jacking up the prices. Yeah, brother's off to make some barbecue chicken. Right on, Mark. Yeah, some barbecue chicken. I'm gonna make something. I don't know what when I'm done the live. Yeah, I'm gonna fix some kind of food. I haven't decided yet. I made Mrs. Bushcraft dinner earlier, and me thinking I accomplished a mission. I'm like, yeah, that's great, but I failed to make myself something. So I made her an omelet with some onions and cheese and whatnot, and then I just forgot to make myself something. So I kind of missed out on dinner. So that's maybe I'll just throw a pizza in the oven or something. I use a bow saw or a Baco. Yeah, I still want to try those Agua folding bow saws. Those seem pretty slick. I would give those a shot, but other than that, I'm kind of like, but Silky doesn't make a folding bow saw, so if I want a folding bow saw, I must look elsewhere. All you need is a Rambo knife. It does everything. Yeah, that's yeah, the legendary Rambo knife and the myths that were made from it. Yeah, all you need is a knife to get everything done. Like, yeah, I'm gonna whittle an entire log cabin with a Rambo knife. Um, I tend to I don't get anything really as far as knives go. Like I'm all, like for like like camping and outdoor stuff. If I'm gonna be using it, like I just stick with the standard. It's got to be full tang. It's got to be in the 4 to 6 inch range for cutting edge. The tier one BC is 5 inches. So it's like smack dab in the middle of the recommended thing. And then, like current standards, can it strike a ferro rod? It can strike a ferro rod, and then some. But yeah, in the 4 to 6 inch range, yeah, this has a 5 inch cutting edge. It's got the finger choil so you can choke up on it. It's magna cut, so it's going to have some awesome edge retention. So yeah, that's pretty much been all of my knives. Yeah, that only. Um, yeah, isn't it one of those like the people that originally made those Rambo knives for each of the movies? Like it was like a quality, competent knife maker that made a good knife, and then they just turned around. Of course, they made like cheap knockoffs of it to sell to the masses. Yeah, the Zubot size, the best for trimming palm trees. Looks like a sword in your tiny hands. Well, that's the intimidation factor. I can buy a smaller, less expensive blade and still make it look super intimidating. Um, yeah, take my strong hand. Or no, Cannon, don't you have a strong arm as well? You know who has a strong arm? Chaos has a strong arm. It's his favorite knife. It's his go-to. Squat shot. What's happening, Leon? How you doing, man? Good to see you. How's life treating you, brother? I have a Moore on my hip at camp right now. Yeah, Moore's, man, I don't, like I said, to each their own. I don't know. I don't want to criticize everybody's knife. Um, yeah, it all depends on what you're doing with it, really. I mean, yeah, but hey, I've seen a whole bunch of those Moores break on YouTube. I guess the views don't go as far. But yeah, if you look up Mora failures, yeah, you're getting what you pay. It's a rat tail tang. It's yeah, they snap at the hilt frequently. Yeah, they're pretty slicey, and for $20, yeah, you're right. For $20, you can't go wrong. Um, but yeah, I wouldn't go batoning with it. ECST tomorrow for the day. I couldn't go for 3 days. Oh, so you missed the first 3 days, Leon? You're just catching one day? Yeah, my sister has Yago SA. I got it at REI. It's a nice green boondock. Um, am I getting all the comments? I don't know. Yeah, so Leon, you gonna do a little competing, or are you just going to hang out? Yeah, if I started today officially, but I usually there Wednesday to Sunday, but couldn't do it this year. Yeah, I didn't even try to sneak it into the plans. Yeah, I've got a whole lot of stuff I need to be doing before. Um, yeah, it depends on how you feel when you get there. Yeah, I'll make it some year. Hopefully. I'm kind of bummed I missed last year. That was the grand finale. The winner's circle would have been priceless. Um, for everything else, there's Mastercard, right? Um, yeah, I got the high carbon, but it stains and rusts so easily. Wish I got the stainless fusion and I beat the snot out of it. Yeah, but and yeah, like everybody says, they're inexpensive. They are. What is it? They came out with like some hardwood handle line that was like 350 $400 Mora knives. It was 250 $300, like way more expensive than any Mora knife previously. And I was like, come on, they're supposed to, I don't know, maybe they're collectible or numbered. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, they went from like, wow, you're getting a lot of knife for a great price to yeah, you're not getting very much, and we're charging you absolute maximum like Gucci tax for these Moras. I want to say they were like $350. And yeah, they were maybe worth like 125. Keith Nitz, what's happening? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, we took the last couple weeks off. We didn't. Well, I was sick, so yeah, we didn't post. But yeah, it's been a while. I guess everything goes around. Yeah, full circle. There's always so much going on the interwebs. Rob, what's happening? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Channel member, always a pleasure to see you. How goes it with you, Rob? We're yeah, so I still gotta figure out my dinner. I might be a frozen pizza night or so, maybe a little pasta and some chicken or something. I don't know. Not bad. Been enjoying the e-bike life. Yeah, that's so you're enjoying it, I take it, Rob, if you're enjoying the e-bike life. Um I kind of, man, I feel like I'm cheating on bicycles with the e-bike thing though. Like am I cheating myself? Am I still going to get quality exercise, or am I gonna just rely on the throttle? It's a tough decision. Yeah, I have the Mora Companion, but they have a few other bushcraft friendly designs I want. Yeah, they've got the Mora Garberg. Yeah, it's not too shabby. They've got some stuff out there. Um, yeah, the Mora Garberg's a popular one. They have like a Mora Garberg Black. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I haven't looked at Moras in a while. I kind of haven't looked at too many knives in a while, to be honest. I don't. I'm not really on the market for another knife. I've got plenty. But it's still fun to look at the eye candy. It's still enjoyable. I like seeing what's out there. Going fast. I've had mine like 2 weeks, and I've gotten like 500 miles on it already. Nice, nice, Rob. What's the top speed and range on yours? Subi, they let you chat, man. Subi, welcome to the chat. If Tori is there with you, good evening to Tori as well. Hopefully the two of you having an awesome Friday night together. Rob, Daniel must have a fast charger. My battery takes 3 hours plus to charge. Yeah, Rod, you're talking about sneakers. We call sneakers go fasters in the Marine Corps. Jared, hey. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Subi must have made it back on the good kids list. YouTube took him out of YouTube jail. Usually they don't let Subi comment. California Adventure and sparkles for 2 jewels. Thanks for the spark. It's a sparkly good evening, isn't it? We're just absolutely fabulous up in here tonight. Everybody's playing nice. All the kids are getting along in the sandbox. We haven't had any true trolls in here yet. I don't know. Maybe that's what's missing. But yeah, California Adventures. How you doing? It takes from 0% to 100. It takes about 6 hours. Lasts me about 5 hours just throttle, so probably about 60 miles. But if I want to rip it up, it goes 40. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. Like, yeah, the more you tear it up, the more like, yeah, they'll tell you like it's 80 or 90 miles, but everybody has said cut it in half. Like, yeah, if they're telling you 90 miles, it's more like 45, and then yeah, if you start putting stuff on it, like I guess you can kind of like milk it along, if you grainy gear it or something, or you're just putzing along, it'll get some pretty good range. But yeah, the more you tear it up, the quicker the battery goes. And yeah, I wonder about hauling weight. Like I've seen some people hauling some trailers and stuff. I kind of wonder how that goes. Yeah, I think everybody's doing fairly well. It's a pretty happy crowd here. Um, everybody's yeah. I think everybody's living in a pretty good world right now. I mean, when you just like completely forget about the economy and a lot of other things going on, then yeah, it's not too shabby. Um, yeah, I charge at work or overnight if I don't stop and start. I kind of chill. I can probably be 70 miles. It carries up to 350 pounds. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, Rob. Yeah, like I said, I've been looking at the Rainbow Dominator. They've got two versions, like the Rainbow Dominator or the Megatron, and I kind of want to haul some. I want to be able to haul a reasonable amount of camp gear and stuff with it as well. That's my big goal. Can I call my boots my Lambo feet? Yeah, yeah. Happy, joy. Oh man, yeah. Wasn't that the Ren and Stimpy? I was looking at a baby trailer for my e-bike the other day at the thrift store. Yeah, I've seen people rig them up with those. They'll get the little kiddie trailers, but instead of throwing kids in there, you can just throw your sleeping bag and tent, or your groceries, whatever it is you're doing with that thing. Yeah, 4-inch fat tires, full suspension, space for attachments, and many mounting points. No water bottle holder, which was a shock to me. There's yeah, no water bottle holder. That is odd. There's no like little bolt points so you can bolt it on somewhere. Like that's weird. Or yeah, you can get like fork attachments, frame attachments. Yeah, there's so much stuff out there for like you can accessorize the bikes with. Camelback, Rob. Then you don't have to worry about any mounting anything. Just use a camelback. Bushcraft, if you were in another setting, those names would be taken very differently. Yeah, Cannon, I think you're right. Um, yeah, and then a lot of people are running those fat tires like low PSI, like 20 PSI, like getting a little cushion in the ride out of it. If I see an e-bike around here, I just assume they have TWIs and can't drive. Pat, you know how many times people have asked me that in my life? Because I've just chosen cycling, and the number of people that like how many DUIs you get, how many DWIs you got? I'm like, really none. I prefer like this is what I like to do. But yeah, but you're right, man. Probably like 19 out of 20 people over the age of 18, or maybe even over the age of 16. Like, yeah, there's a huge percentage of adults that ride bikes, like commuter wise. They're not doing it because they want to. They're doing it because yeah, they got a couple too many DWIs or something. If I got the trailer, I would throw my sister in it and beat the shit out of her. Rob, you can get a bottle holder that clamps to your handlebars. That's what I use. Yeah. Yeah, it's usually the jeans and NASCAR shirt. I give them all. Yeah. Especially if it's cut off jeans, then you know they've been doing it for a while. Um, yeah, that is the cut off jeans and a NASCAR shirt. Yeah. And they're usually cruising with like an East Pack or something. Or like like a traditional like book bag for school or something like that. They're not sporting like cycling gear. I have my little tool bag and my phone mount attached to the bars. It's like a command. It is, man. It's like being in a cockpit. Oh man, I like a good cockpit view from a bike. Um, yeah, especially you start. Yeah, you get your phone mount, and then you got your cycling computer mount, and then you got a headlight with a remote switch and a tail light and stuff. Yeah, it's a cockpit. You get the aero bars there, so you're kind of like fighter jet style cruising down the road. Aero bars are a must. I mean, if you really want cool points, I'll put aero bars on any bike. I don't care what anybody says. It's such a wind reduction being in a tucked position like that. It's also a comfortable position if you're going to be doing like a lot of distance pedaling. Like I can get on the aero bars and cruise for like a solid 2.5, 3 hours, not even think about it. Like getting good mileage, up around 20 miles an hour or so. Um, yeah, maybe not today. Give me a few months. I got to get back in shape, man. I feel horrible. Like ideally, I would mount a 50 cal, but I'm even worried about wearing my chest rig out at the wrong time. Like, yeah, I mean, if you start pimping out your chest rig, it's gonna look like a plate carrier or something, or they're gonna think something. Like they're not gonna think like, oh, he just has regular gear in there. They're gonna think something crazy. Like I'm a little bit concerned about that. I don't think it's something I would do just like randomly walking down the street, but relatively, I don't know. It's hard to find like trails that aren't overused nowadays. Like there's not as many trails in New Hampshire as there should be, and a lot of them are just like they're so overwhelmed with people. Or if there's not a lot of people hiking it, it's because there's like homeless people like throughout the entire trail system. It's kind of yeah. There's a lot of the shorter trails, like the under a couple miles, a little day hike thing or something, a little lunch break trail or something. A lot of them have just been overwhelmed by um yeah, the homeless people, along with some of the like even fishing spots and stuff. Yeah, ideally I would mount a 50 cal. Yeah, that's the whole thing though. It's tough making your own hiking spots. Yeah, it's a lot of private property. Yeah, that's why I got to kind of like extend my range. I got to be able to get further out. That's why I've been thinking about an e-bike with gear because then I don't know. I'm gonna figure out what I can do over the next few months. To be honest, um, yeah, that's my big goal is like how much can I push? I gotta kind of like work my way back into everything, and that's why I'm gonna start doing a lot more hiking and biking. I'll just take the chances with what I have, and hey, the channel will grow. It's about the journey, not the destination, anyhow. So If we all had it up front, and it just wouldn't be as exciting. There wouldn't be anything new. Yeah, I work in a very affluent area, and I'm seeing the homeless with shopping carts of supplies creeping into the forest preserves, places I've never seen, litter and are already ruined now. Yeah, well, that's Rob. That's what's going on around here. Like, there's yeah. When I was starting up this channel, I'm like, oh, this will be great. There's tons of spots around here I can go hiking at. Like, I used to hike there or camp, during high school, and there was lots of places. And every place that I used to go has been overrun by the homeless. Or they'll do, like, they'll clean them up in one area, and they'll get them to move, and they'll clean up that one area, and then they'll go to the next spot, and they'll get them to move again and start cleaning up the second spot, but they go back to the previous spots. So they just do this circle. I think it's just money laundering. It's literally, it's money laundering. They're keeping the homeless industrial complex going, because I mean, they just got busted out in California doing a bunch of stuff like that. Um, like with the voting, yeah, they were paying homeless people to vote, and they got it on video and everything. But yeah, 50 cals are fun and they make a mess. Nothing like the Ma Deuce, man. That's isn't 50 cal going like $5 a round now or something? 50 BMG. Make organ harvesting great again. I know we're all gonna have to start selling a kidney or something, or yeah, we're gonna have to sell our yeah. We're gonna sell our organs to just to get by, just so we can afford the bugs. Yeah, I would like to know where they keep getting all these damn tarps from. Yeah, the blue tarps. Yeah, that's Mrs. Bushcraft. We went out hiking a couple times, and I'm like, just be careful for the little blue tarp villages. And she's like, what? I'm like, yeah, little blue tarp villages. Like, you'll see a bunch of blue tarps, and it's a whole bunch of homeless people setting up their encampment. That's where they're encamped, and they typically don't like people going around there. They get a little ornery. And yeah, we didn't get out hiking very far before we ran into the first blue tarp village. In fact, if you're down in Florida, the Ocala National Forest, they'll go out there pretty far. Like, you'll be out there. There's a lot of nice single track and everything. A lot of nice hiking around the Ocala National Forest. But yeah, you go cruising around and you'll find a whole little village, like 30, 40 people living there, like all their little blue tarp huts. Yeah, man, it's a thing, I guess. But yeah, I think a lot of different charities and stuff. You even see people on YouTube that, like, they're getting clicks and views because they go around passing out like a sleeping bag and a blue tarp and a couple cans of spaghettios. They throw out like $20, but then they're making bank on those videos, getting millions and millions of views, being but I don't know. I think if you really want to help people, just help people. You don't have to like humiliate them on the internet in the process. Yeah, 50 BMG is about $8 a round. Bought a box yesterday for 115 for 20. And Cannon, how do you feel about that? I know you must feel good though. That's not even with the links, huh? The links are going to cost you extra. So yeah, hey Cannon, I'm sure you've done some rucking. Do you have any thoughts on rucking? I'm gonna start. I don't know, man. I might just I'm gonna see how things go on the scale, and I might, like, as I lose a couple pounds, I'll add a couple pounds. That way, there I'm kind of not, like, I won't plateau as soon. That's one of the things when you start doing a lot of cardio, a lot of hiking, and you lose weight. The more weight you lose, the less you're working as time goes on. So I figure, I'll replace the weight I lose with the weight of a ruck. But I'm thinking of starting somewhere around 5 miles or so. Plus, yeah, the less weight I carry in a ruck too, the more often I can do it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, progressive overload. But yeah, the nice part is I'm already at the overload part. I just got to hit the progressive part. Sounds pretty technical. Found a box of 5.56 in the basement at the in-laws, and they're mint. Nice. There's nothing like free ammo, Rob. Can't go wrong with a free box of 5.56. Never heard anybody complain about that one. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it too technical though. I might just try to do the wing it a lot, Kind of, listen to how things feel. If I feel like banging out 10 miles, well, I'll do it. Yeah, sometimes I get in a groove and I'm like, well, I'm already here, I'm already doing it. Might as well just, do another lap, go a couple more miles. Yeah, got a good pair of boots, break them into your feet is number one. And yeah, I agree with that, Cannon. Yeah, I've got some boots. I might just wear like my Merrells. Like to start off, I don't think one of the downsides of wearing like a tall, heavy boot is you don't work your ankles as much. You end up with weak ankles. And then when you go to regular shoes, you're not wearing boots and your ankles are weak. So I've got a pair of Merrell Moabs, especially if I'm not carrying a lot of weight. I'm probably going to get into a good pair of rucking boots once I start putting on like 40, 50 pound ruck or something again. I'll do something like that. Prepared Medic, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. How goes it with you? Yeah, walking all day at work, walking to and from work about 6 miles a day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Neil, I'd rather be doing stuff all day to be honest. Yeah, yeah, packing parachutes all day, hauling around 55 pound tandem rigs. Um, yeah, hauling students out the door, all that stuff, man. Like, yeah, it's a solid workout. I definitely miss it, but I gotta do something since the skydiving's not working out these days. I also have one of those ADHD disorders, allegedly, so I just constantly get to moving. Man, sometimes I think they just tell people that just to, like I don't know. At some point, like having mental health disorders became a flex. Like yeah, we talked about that a few times. Like you've got these teeny boppers, the Gen Zers that they'll do their research and pay attention to the symptoms of whatever mental health disorder it is they want to celebrate and have, and then they'll go and they'll go to a therapist, whatever they got to do, and they'll act out the symptoms and just so they can get the attention or the excuse of having whatever it is they have. I don't know. I don't trust a lot of those therapists and stuff. A lot of them come from the same places as teachers, and we know how indoctrinated the teachers are. I'd be willing to bet that the people trying to like head shrink you or whatever, they're probably equally as indoctrinated, and they're gonna probably push their agenda. I think a lot of what's going on, and that's just my opinion though. Some disclaimer, throw some disclaimer in there or something. So, but you know what? I'm not saying it's not everybody. It's definitely not everybody, but there's a good percentage of people that are fake it till you make it, and if it benefits you, like like if it benefits you at work, like oh I'm always late for work. It's not my fault. I have this health condition. You see a lot of that stuff going on. Now I only do a little weed these days. Yeah, I've known a few people like that. Their ADHD was 100% from the booger sugar. That's funny. Oh, Gunny Sergeant 67 brings back memories of my McCree's aboard Camp Pendleton. Oh, that's West Coast. That's West Coast Marine, right? Oh, and is, hey Gunny, you're if Cannon wants to share or not, we do keep rounds around for you guys, just as a professional courtesy. Oh, they're gonna do their thing. Do your thing, guys. I know, right? Where'd you Gunny? Where'd you go to boot? Are you a West Coast or an East Coast guy? Paris Island. The crayons are snack. Anyway, I just consume amounts of caffeine and I do all right. Heart rates are temporary. Exactly. Yeah, Rob, that's my thing. Coffee in the morning, switch to the Monster Energy drinks, couple of ounces of water before bed. I'm good to go. Oh, San Diego, you're a West Coast guy. That I haven't met too many West Coast guys. Um, but it's probably because I've lived on the East Coast most of my life. And yeah, I've heard a story or two though. But yeah, welcome to the chat, Gunny. How are you doing this fine evening? I'll definitely share with the Gunny. Outstanding. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Where I was prior service myself, Army though, Army. But yeah, we like to joke around. I got a lot of friends that are Marines. I can speak semi fluent Jarhead, but I do have an Army accent. But yeah, we hell, we'll just long story short. My grandmother was in the Marine Corps during World War II. She passed away during the COVID though. But yeah. So I got my older brother was a Marine. I've got an uncle that was a Marine. Lots of friends, lots of family. Yeah, Semper Fi from an Army guy. Cannon buddies from California. We just had E5. Yeah, Cannon, you only get divorced 3 times. That's why, man. You only get I guess how does the rank on a gunnery sergeant work? Does that mean you've been divorced 3 times? And the 2 rockers are for those rebounds that are worth remembering. Um, your grandmother. Yeah, yeah. My grandmother wore combat boots, and she'll stomp your skull in with them. So you can take that up with her. Um, no, actually, oh, I don't have it here nearby, but I have actually brought out a picture of my grandmother from when she was in the Marine Corps, which is pretty cool. Um, but yeah, what else have we got going on? So, hey, how's the weather looking where you guys are at tomorrow? Is it going to be raining, crappy weather? Because I'm thinking of doing another live tomorrow. Gonna try to get a couple shorts up. We'll see how that goes. I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. Should definitely be a good time. We'll definitely be live Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Standard Eastern Time, or 0700 hours for you guys that know. You know, if you know, you know. I do prefer the 24-hour system. It's less confusing than the AM or PM or yeah. We'll rock on with that. She was smiling. We were allowed to smile. Yeah, that's is that maybe it's just a thing that like only women are allowed to smile or something. I don't know. Yeah, 24 hour. I agree. 24-hour system is so much better. And if you're in an indoor scenario where you don't have access to a visual outside, you've been at it for a while. Yeah, the AM PM thing is just come on now. Yeah, 20. Yeah, I have no work tomorrow. Going to be deliveries all day. You gonna get some more on that e-bike, Rob? Yeah, we'll have to go down the e-bike thing. I got to do some more research on it. But yeah, guys, we're over the 2 hour mark, so we're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us tonight. Always a pleasure hanging out with you guys on a Friday night. Whatever comes up in conversation, some gear, some whatever's going on locally, whatever. Hey, whatever comes to mind. You never know around here. We'll definitely be going live again, like I said, Sunday morning, 7 a.m. Probably going to do a little something tomorrow too. See how it goes. I gotta get working on this channel, and we got a lot more planned. I'll have more to discuss about it sooner than later. As I'm finalizing some plans as best I can. But yeah, we're gonna try cranking out some quality content here on this channel. And have some fun in the process. Yeah, hopefully everybody here finds it fun. Hopefully you learn a little something. If you don't, you laugh a little. If you're lucky, hey, laugh a little, learn a little. It's always a good time. But I will most definitely see you guys soon. Be careful out there, man. Things are getting wonky ass crazy. Keep your head on a swivel. Situational awareness is everything. Stay alert, stay alive. And by all means, guys, stay frosty. We'll see you on the next one.